This material comes from Reverend Dr. Gani's book, Catechism for the New Millennium. How do we increase our capacity to experience God? God is available for everyone through the resolution of their own issues. And He is experienced if we fulfill certain conditions within ourselves. We increase our capacity to experience God if we fulfill these conditions. And here are a few of those conditions. One would be to practice total honesty. To the degree we are dishonest, to that degree we shut ourselves off from truth. And if we are shutting ourselves off from truth, we are shutting ourselves off from God, because God is truth. So every time we are dishonest, we are actually taking a step away from God. We are stepping away from our capacity to experience God. If there is a part of us that does not want to tell the truth for one reason or another, we are therefore alienating ourselves from the experience of God. To the degree that we believe that happiness is only attainable through dishonest means, to that degree it is impossible for us to believe in God. We are actually practicing a belief in the devil whenever we harbor such forms within ourselves. So a fundamental prerequisite is to have a commitment on the conscious level to total truth and honesty. So this is something to take to your own spiritual work. Where am I dishonest? Where do I lie? Consciously, I have to lie to keep this client. I can't admit this mistake or I'll be fired. I can't admit this error or else I'll lose this relationship. Maybe that's true. But in the lie itself, I am stepping away from God. I am alienating myself from the experience of God. I'm believing in the devil, that I have to lie to be happy, that I have to lie to find fulfillment. The second criteria to increase our capacity to experience God is to investigate within ourselves the unconscious ways that we violate truth and natural law. Now, this is something that is very difficult to be done alone. This is where you need a teacher. This is where you need a sounding board. Because if it's unconscious, we have repressed it. We have denied the places where we are in untruth. And this constitutes the path that we practice here at the Church of the Path, where we're looking actively into the unconscious ways we violate truth. The third point in availing ourselves to the experience of God and increasing our capacity to experience Him is dignity and self-worth, to cultivate a state of dignity and self-worth. It is impossible to connect and contact with anyone higher than ourselves if we don't have self-respect. This is very different from conceit or pride. Each of us has inherent value. Each of us has dignity. Do you inhabit your own dignity and self-worth? If you don't, you are disconnecting from your capacity to experience God. What does self-denigration do? Self-denigration only makes available to us supernatural forces that are below us. that are inferior to us. These are the forces that we attract when we don't have any self-respect. If we have self-respect and self-love, we can, with dignity and humility, long for the presence of greater forces higher than we are. We are then ready to accept and surrender to our Maker. So when those conditions are fulfilled, or more accurately, to the degree those are fulfilled, you experience the reality of the existence of God. God bless.